Chase Buchanan, Private Wealth Management. Trusted advice made simple.
They say life is a game, gotta have your goals. I gotta take a shot, now pass me the ball. Always wanna stop me when I'm running the ball.
Hello and welcome to Pitch Football at the Euros. My name is Iain Chambers. This is the wonderful, she knows her stuff, sports reporter Abigail Davies. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
I mean, I know you well. I see you every single day.
Yeah.
This, England legend,
Hello.
Mr. Paul Ince. How are you?
I'm okay.
You're okay?
Yeah, jingles.
How do we get that?
Jingles woke me up this morning at
don't say that.
6:42,
6:42.
barking outside my room. What chance
Barking
you
and
got?
jingling again.
Yeah, and jingling. What chance you got? I don't know what chance you got. But listen, sun's out.
Yeah.
Great show coming ahead.
Guns out.
Guns are out, sun's out. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
My guns are out too.
Yeah, you look good as well. You got factor 50 on? 'Cause the sun's
Yeah,
out.
I have.
Should we get a fact of the day? You're going to give us one today? Because I've had a few people reach out to me saying, where's Paul's fact of the day?
Yeah, I know. You're totally right. I'm just thinking about the sun. As the sun is out. You know what I mean? So, I'll ask you a question.
Go on.
What's the biggest, the Earth or the sun?
I'm going to say Earth.
Sun.
Sun. Just a fact for you.
Go on then.
The Earth is smaller than the sun. You can put 1.3 million Earths into just one sun. Actually, a fact.
I'm not having that.
How many?
You can put 1.3 million. If you
Wow.
squash all the Earth together and put it in the sun, you can get 1.3 million Earths in the sun. If you didn't squash them together and just left a gap like you normally would, you get 960,000 Earths in the sun. Fact of the day, Mr. Ince. Have some of that, guys.
Where do you store
Clip
all
that
of
up.
this?
I want that on social media so it'll blow people's minds. Jeez Louise, that's amazing.
Blow mine.
Look, there's so much football to talk
It
about.
must be good when she goes like that. When,
Yeah.
when she stops talking, I know I've got her.
How many
You're
Earths-
going to keep doing it more often now, aren't you? Keep me quiet longer.
How many Earths can you get in a Barnet? That's the question.
Oh, a few. You get a few.
Listen, seeing as we're on a bit, we'll get all the silliness out the way before we get into the football. Another thing that we like to do on this show that's been a while is what's in Abby's Barnet. I can sense that there's something in there right now.
Yeah, there
I can
is.
feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks a bit taller, doesn't it?
It does look a bit
taller than
it looks
normal,
a bit
doesn't
taller,
it?
doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be really funny when you see what it is because it's got nothing to do with the height.
Oh,
Okay, so what we do is
got a clue ready.
Yeah.
me and Ince get to ask Abby yes or no questions, and we have to try and guess what's in there. I will start first. Is it edible?
No.
Can you wear it?
No.
Does it smell?
No.
Is it circular?
No.
Can you use it to eat?
No.
Can you put it on your feet?
No.
What?
Is it a sport?
Something to
It's
do
a golf ball.
with... No.
Oh!
Something to do with sport.
Is it a dart?
No.
Something,
It almost was. I nearly put a dart in there, but it's not.
something to do with sport.
Something to do with
Something to do with sport. Sport.
Sport.
Euro related.
It's a little football.
Yeah, it's a little
No.
football. Should we just get it out?
It's a whistle.
No.
It's Kiefer Moore.
No, it's something...
She wishes.
I wish it was Kiefer Moore. I really wish it was Kiefer Moore. But no, he's prepping for Saturday. He doesn't need to be in my hair right now. I did ask him.
Enlighten us, please. We've had enough
Let's go.
guesses.
Yeah, here we are.
It is. A Ronaldo Panini sticker.
Oh, put that on your fridge.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You can keep that as well.
R7.
R7.
We'll talk about him because
CR7.
we've actually got some Portuguese fans coming on this show
Yeah.
a little bit later on, so we're going to be talking about their chances against France, which is very exciting. But let's just reflect a little bit because, Ince, this tournament is actually well and truly starting to take shape, isn't it?
It is. And just talking about it before the show started, and sometimes, I mean, you look at the games yesterday, I mean, they were so exciting. You know, when one team scores and it gets disallowed, you know, then the other team scores and Russia get a penalty. That's when it starts to take shape.
Yeah, it does.
You know, and it was exciting, really exciting. This is what, as Abby said, you know, a lot of people are not really interested in the group stages. They're more interested in like the latter stages, the last game before, see who qualifies, 16, that type of stuff. And you can kind of just sense it now. It's starting to get a little bit more exciting now, isn't it? You know what I mean? Whereas before it was a little bit mundane.
It's when you're looking at the table, isn't it? And you think, right, now they need 3 goals, they need 4, you know, with the Italy-Wales game, and then you've got the Switzerland game coming in as well at the same time, and you're keeping across them both. That's why, you know, it is disappointing when, yes, England are through, but when there's nothing riding on that last game, it's a bit disappointing.
So what's your view on the fact that this third team gets through, or, you know, so early in the competition because England already through.
Exactly.
They might finish top,
So
they might finish second.
Just
you know what I mean?
Just a bit of a reminder, this show's recorded prior to the Czech Republic game, so we don't know how many goals Harry Kane scored in that one. Probably.
No, we don't, but what we know is that obviously England already through as a best third finished place team. And that my crime is like, they were okay against Croatia. They played well for 20 minutes. The Scotland game was disappointing. And all of a sudden they threw on basis of what Denmark done. And I don't know what your thoughts are on it, Abby.
I think there's a balance. I do think you look at the likes of North Macedonia, and personally, I like the fact that Pandev gets the opportunity to play in a major tournament. I think it's great for the nation itself. You look at Wales, and we touched upon it earlier before the show started, that without the expansion, Wales probably wouldn't have even been in Euro 2016. So I think for a nation's growth and their development, it's great to see that they have that opportunity. And as a football fan, as a Welsh football fan, it's amazing that we had that opportunity to dream and to believe and see us at a major tournament. But does it dilute the competition?
Of course it does. I think it does. Listen. I get the North Macedonia stuff, and for them to qualify for Euro 20, it's a great experience. That's what it's going to be for them. They were kind of like whipping boys, no disrespect, like Turkey were. But I just think this is a Euros. This is a major champion, and like England have already qualified for the last 16 after 2 games. And I think maybe we need to put more teams in it so we can make sure the first 2 qualify, and that's it. Then it kind of makes it easier for everyone. It simplifies things. As Abby said, we're not talking about if they win this one 2-1 and they win that 1-0, and it confuses the whole thing.
Well, it's a tournament. It's about competition, and it takes away some of the jeopardy, doesn't it? Like prior to this Czech Republic game, we're seeing online, we'd be better off getting a draw here, even if we lose. Here are the teams that we would be going up against, and it just strips away that jeopardy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And now obviously England can decide when they do play, what team they're going to put out. It's like a positioning game now. It's like chess, isn't it?
It is.
Do we position ourselves so we don't play these, or we play these? And I mean, I agree with the Welsh stuff in 2016, but I just think this is a major tournament, and you shouldn't be qualified after 2 games.
Do you get more of the stories like North Macedonia than you do Wales? I personally think Finland were quite a good addition to this tournament. So I'm glad to see those nations represented, but I do appreciate the point that it dilutes it slightly, and you get. As a neutral, I like watching those teams compete. I like it, but we've seen some dull games.
Yeah, I'm not disputing it. As I say, you want this team to qualify, you want them to get through. But when you talk about the last 16, you talk about the best 16 teams who've qualified, and not just qualified on the basis of a draw and a win or something like that.
Absolutely.
Just a quick reminder, if you haven't already, download the Pitch Football app wherever you get your apps. Ince, when should they do it?
Abby?
Now.
Do it now. There's so much going on this amazing app, and you can win yourself some truly amazing prizes as well. So get yourself downloading the app. Let's reflect a little bit on some of the games that have gone by over the past couple of days. Any surprises from you, Ince? Let's start with Austria taking the win 1-0 over Ukraine. We now know that Austria will face Italy in the last of 16. That's a tough fixture for them.
It is. I was gutted, to be fair, because I thought I was going to win that one because with mine and Abby's predictions. I thought, yes. I can't believe it for Ukraine. I can't believe it for Ukraine. I told you, at the moment you're very reckless. I've got a chance of catching you up, but you've killed me with one result that we'll talk about in a bit. But listen, I think it's a great feat for Austria to get through.
Yes, me
I
too.
think it really is, and it wasn't an easy group, by all means.
It's their first time ever as well into the last 16 of the Euros.
They'll fancy themselves as well against Italy because
they've got nothing to lose.
They've got nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose, and it's a one-off game, as I keep saying. It's a cup final. It's going to be a cup final for Austria.
Yeah.
And Italian will be looking forward to playing against them, but Italians in form. I fancy them to win that, to be fair.
The thing is as well, they were never really tested, were they? Ukraine never really looked like getting forward and giving them a test. So, they can't rest on their laurels too much because it's going to be a very different game against the Italians. But, yeah, it's great to see them through. Alaba, a player for me, I think you've mentioned him as well. He's great getting balls into the box. That could be where they hurt Italy if they are to.
No surprises with the Dutch, 3-0 over North Macedonia.
What did you think of that result?
Oh, come on now.
I wasn't too sure whether I'd said 3-0 or 3-1, and then I had the phone go bing. Yeah, I said 3. I said 3. I must have said 3-1 because it's Abby. Listen, I mean, it was a comfortable, wasn't it?
It was.
In all honesty, we called it that. We thought the Dutch would score plenty of goals, but again, that man Ronaldo, Gigi Ronaldo.
Yeah.
We talk about. It's a dying breed midfield runners you can get into the box and score goals. I mentioned Stevie G and Frankie Lampard, people like that. But to do what he's done, he's an amazing player. He really, really is. And we talk about all the stars in the team. well, in the Euros, he's definitely one of them, and they're going into the next 16 on banging form, aren't they?
And it speaks volumes, doesn't it, that he's now gone above Marco van Basten in the all-time scorers list for Holland. He's such a great landmark player to be getting ahead of in that respect. I find it interesting that he criticised the formation before the match. Wijnaldum, he criticised the 3-5-2, but clearly not complaining now, is he?
No, not at all. And as I said, those Liverpool fans will be squirming in their seats.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why do we let them go?
Yeah.
Interesting facts from North Macedonia.
I did the facts, no one else.
Let me jump in.
Go on in.
This is going to relate to you. Goran Pandev.
He's about 84, is he? 85 last week?
He made his 122nd and final appearance
Amazing.
for his country. That is amazing. But I just thought, let's relate this to Ince. I want to make everything about you. It's your show, as you always say. Am I right in thinking that your last cap for England was against Romania? Please tell me I'm right. On the 20th of June, the year 2000. You were 32 years old.
You're best off just saying yes.
I don't know, but that's a
Oh, you know what's really sad, right? I planned
know.
in my mind this big section of the show of Ince reflecting on his final appearance for England and how emotional it was. And I could see as I started rolling that off to him, just thinking, I don't know what you're talking about.
The smile just diminished, didn't it? And it was just like,
I
don't know
actually
what
can't
you're gonna
remember.
say.
Oh, really?
It's a long time ago, isn't it?
It was. But you had a
I mean,
really good run for England,
21
didn't
years is a long time, you know?
you? Yeah.
Listen, I mean, I think when you play for England, it's, you know, it's every player's pinnacle to play at the top level and play for your country. And to play in the Euros and the World Cup and the Euros again in 2000, can't ask for any more, you know?
I'll tell you what, let's go to a break because Paul did tell me off the show that this is the pinnacle of his career.
Yeah,
right,
absolutely.
right here, right now.
You can see it. You can see it.
Oh, you can feel it. You can feel it in the air. If you haven't already, like I keep saying, download that Pitch Football app. You will not regret it. Us three will be back after the break with more Euros chat. See you then.
They say life is a game, gotta have your goals.
Chase Buchanan Private Wealth Management. Trusted advice made simple. Chase Buchanan Private Wealth Management. Trusted advice made simple.
They say life is a game, gotta have your goals. I gotta take a shot.
Hello, we are back. Pitch Football at the Euros. It's me, Iain. We've got Abby and Ince. Let's get back to reflecting on some results recently. Finland, Belgium. Belgium continue to be extremely dominant.
They do. And they switched up a bit.
They did.
From a defensive point of view. Looked just as good, to be fair. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne got his first full game, which was important for them, I think.
Another cheeky assist.
Lovely assist. And
Hazard got a full 90 as well.
Got a full 92. So I looked at that team and I thought to myself, you know, is that the team that's going to play in the last 16? I know he's played for Tongan, but Vermaelen played yesterday.
Yeah.
Boyette's played the first game, but it looked like he put more feet together, three at the back, and with Vitz and Hazard, and it looks like their strongest team, doesn't it? More
absolutely.
or less. And they were clinical. You know, Lukaku again, my golden boot, as I said.
And mine.
You might be onto something here.
I know.
He's on fire at the moment. And you know, I was kind of like, when he took him off for Benteke, I'd have been fuming. Because I thought there was more goals for him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm shouting at the CV, why are you taking him off? Keep him on.
Yeah.
I've got him for golden boot. You know what I mean? And it must kill you, you know what I mean? 2 minutes to go when there's goals, you know, there for him. So
I'd predicted 4-0 in our bet, so I was just the same.
So they look strong, they look really, really strong.
Yeah.
There's not much more we can say about them, really, is there? They're just the ones to watch.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, for 75 minutes, because Finland had something to play for, and especially from a Welsh point of view, I was thinking, we could be playing Finland here, I don't mind this. But yeah, I think the way that they're able to grind out those results when 75 minutes, you know, they weren't breaking down that defence as much as they normally do, and they're still able to produce like that. I think Lukaku, his spatial awareness, just quick feet. I really am confident that we've got him with the golden boot there. But Kevin De Bruyne, you know, 7 key passes. He's
incredible.
Just absolutely. It's so pivotal, and it just does feel. I remember mentioning, you know, it feels like a crescendo for them, but it does all seem to be coming together at the right time because you've got Eden Hazard back in there. He's worked his way up to the full 90. So, yeah. I think
it's funny. It's not just you two. It's like when I'm out and about, and if I'm in an Uber or whatever around here, when I ask who's the fit,
Uber. Have you not got a driver?
You got a driver?
We're not all like you.
Oh, come on now.
He's got an Uber, I can't believe it. The main man of the show's got an Uber. I'm going to have to change that. I'll take the Uber, you can have my driver, all right?
Are you sure?
Yeah, definitely.
I thought you were going to offer to drive me around. No, but yeah, everybody's saying Belgium at the minute. Yeah, Belgium. But yeah, they're a very exciting team. Let's talk about Denmark. They started the tournament in the most turbulent way possible, and then go on to be sitting at the bottom of their group. Fantastic performance against Russia that rockets them to finish second.
Yeah, listen, this is the story of the tournament, isn't it?
It is.
We've obviously the devastating stuff with Christian Eriksen, and it looks like it's inspired them.
It really does.
It really has inspired them. Inspired, and as I said, the support not just from the Danish fans, but everyone. We want Denmark to do well, and watching that game, they were just a different level. They were hungry. Yeah. They did the sacrifices they made to try and win the game. And they look pretty comfortable. They're a good team, Denmark. I tell you, I think they play Wales today.
They're doing the last 16.
They play Wales, which is going to be a tough game for the Welsh. But it's a fairy tale story for Denmark with all that's gone on, and I'm just so pleased they've got through to the last 16.
Me too. It was actually quite emotional to watch, wasn't it? And you can't underestimate the fact that yes, everything that happened with Eriksen was it was very difficult to watch. But now to see them without him on the team and picking it up and putting the pieces together as a unit. It's so amazing, isn't it?
It just shows that the solidarity. We've spoken about it with Wales, with Scotland, and with the lesser nations that have to rely on other attributes.
Yeah.
And I think the Danes, this has inspired them to do that. They've all come together collectively. The strength that they've shown is unlike anything I've seen in football, to be honest. The way that they've all come together after what's happened and just used it to spur them on and to push them on. And I think that just shows such maturity, respect for Eriksen, and I think we're fully aware as a Wales fan that every neutral will be supporting Denmark at the weekend. I
would have been regardless because
yeah,
I think what you underestimate is the word spirit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because you heard the Denmark manager say about unity and camaraderie, but spirit is so important in the camp. And we've seen some stuff come out the Dutch camp, the French camp. So having that spirit, it can take you so far sometimes rather than quality.
Absolutely, and I think it's that the appreciation for each other and just wanting to do well for each other. We've talked about it with Wales, that you look at those players and they're friends. And you can see that with the Danes, the way they came together, that unity when, they were all stood around, it means more than a game of football to them.
You bang on there. Let's look ahead to today's games. Sweden versus Poland. Oop, hold on a minute, actually. Hold that thought. This is exciting.
Yeah.
There's a chef. Come on, Mr. Chef. Make your way into our wonderful set here.
Can I help you, sir? We're trying to do some film here.
We've ordered you some food.
Who? I've had my breakfast. I've had my Weetabix. No. What's that?
Chef, can you just say your name here on the show?
It's not beans on toast. It's two of your favourites.
What is it?
It's something a little bit spicy and a little bit raw.
I don't eat spicy and I don't eat raw. And why is it coming this way when there's two other people on the other side?
This is true.
Because she definitely won't eat it.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, thanks, Chef.
Can we reveal? Can we reveal what's here? And I will explain to Bob. Oh!
What's that?
What is this?
Deviled steak tartare.
Deviled steak tartare.
Camel steak.
Camel steak. Ooh. Is it spicy?
Just a touch.
Okay. Well, thank you
That's
so
very
much.
spicy.
And the point behind this is...
So can I just say,
Thanks, Chef.
to add some...
Thanks, Chef. You're sacked. There we go.
to add some context, you really like Indian food, spicy food, don't you?
I don't eat Indian or spicy or
what
curries.
a shame, we would have got
You
something
know what? You know what I eat? What do I eat?
Beige.
Big Mac, large fries, ketchup, apple pie,
ketchup. Yeah.
bottle of water.
Yeah.
Bottle of water.
Enlighten me, please.
So the reason why this is here, it's a new feature that we're going to be doing regularly on this show.
Untold.
It's called QIPI.
QIPI.
It's the quite interesting Pauline's quiz. So Paul, we're going to ask you 5 questions about your own career, right?
How difficult can that be?
You have to guess. I mean, you didn't know when your last
game was for England, so what chance have I got?
So you've got to get 3 out of 5 correctly.
Okay.
If you don't, you have to eat.
Oh, and we've even got cutlery for you. Don't say we don't spoil you.
You're too kind.
You have to eat some of this if you don't get 3 correctly.
Win some of it.
Just a decent mouthful.
I'll let Abby cut it off first.
There you go. Because that's me, obviously I'm not going to eat it. If you guess 3 out of 5 correctly, I guess I've got to eat it.
And Abby's got to eat it too.
And Abby's got to smell it.
No, eat it.
No,
I'm not going to make you eat it.
Thank
No,
you.
that's not fair. But I've got to eat it. But Abby can't eat it. That can't be right.
I can't. It's not vegan.
Equality. Talk about equality. Come on.
But I'm vegan.
Shall we get this going?
Yes,
And I don't like
let's get this
spicy
going.
food.
Question number 1,
Please.
Mr. Ince. It's the 16th of March, 1994. Right, hold on. Wait.
Don't even know already.
It's the 16th of March, 1994.
What day of the week was it?
Well, no, glorious time in Mr. Ince's career. You're playing for Manchester United. On this day, you beat Sheffield Wednesday 5-0. Yeah? You scored. Name 2 of the other goal scorers.
Wow.
You can do this, Ince. You can do this.
Cantona.
Correct.
Have I got time to
No,
go?
I'm joking.
You got time. You got time.
Cantona and I'm going to say 94, so I would have said Giggsy.
Oh my word! He's right. He's right.
Amazing.
Cantona got 2 goals. Giggsy got 1. Hughes got the other.
I was
Well,
going to say McClare, but I thought no.
oh my word! Off to a
Amazing.
he's off to a flying
He is
start.
indeed.
That's a tough
Right.
one, that was.
Well done.
23rd of October 2006.
2006.
Yeah, you became Macclesfield manager. Who did you replace? See, I've given you a nice, easy one.
Who did I replace?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good. That.
Where's
that
Dan?
food.
Dan?
Camel something.
It's one or the other, and I'm not sure which one it is. It's either
I'm feeling nervous for you.
Sorry,
Here.
Sammy McElroy. Is it Sammy McElroy? Or was it...
You can't have either or.
I'm going
Who
to
you
go
going
for...
What's he going for?
What's his name?
What's his name? You can pass it. You can pass.
Is it Alton? Brian? Oh, what's his name? Go on, Sammy McElroy.
Who are you saying?
He's saying it faster. You can't tell.
McElroy.
Yeah.
Brian Horton.
Alton. I said Alton.
Oh, come on!
I just said Alton, didn't I? I
And
said
then you didn't
Alton.
stick with it.
I said
You
Alton,
didn't
didn't
stick
I?
with it.
Nah,
You
you
didn't
didn't
stick
say
with it.
Alton.
No.
You did not say Alton. All right, we move on
It was
to.
Alton, it was Alton.
All right, 1 out of 2 is not bad. Not a
Okay.
bad start. All right, the next
Professional,
one. Who were you playing against when you scored your first goal for Inter Milan?
Oh, wow.
Come on now. That's an iconic moment in your career.
And the thing is, we thought that was going to be too easy, so we were going to go for second goal
Yeah.
initially.
I think he's got this.
Yeah.
I haven't got it.
Do you know what I'm going to give you? I'm going to give you, because I like you, I'm going to give you 2 chances.
Hungry, are you?
I
You
don't
want to
think
eat
I'll
it?
even get it, so I'm just trying to think. It was at home.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was.
It's one of those lesser teams.
Correct.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, he's closing his eyes. You can't see behind his shades.
Wasn't Cremonese.
He's not closing his eyes, he's trying to squint down to your iPad to see the answer.
Cremonese.
He's right.
He's right, he is right.
Oh, have I done
That's
that?
superb.
I can't believe it.
So just celebrate in Italian for us.
Huh?
Celebrate in Italian.
What do you mean celebrate?
Just say something Italian that celebrates what you just did.
Oh, non ci posso credere. Che sono fantastico.
Right, we've got 1 minute left. Let's
Dai,
go.
dai.
22nd of June 2008 became the first black British manager in England's top division. First day of the Premier League season, Blackburn faced Everton at Goodison Park. Who scored the opener?
Ooh, come on now.
For Blackburn?
Yep.
He's got it.
No, I don't think I've got it, but I just want to make sure it's for us first.
Yeah.
I'm going to say...
Wait. We're going to go to a break.
Oh,
right?
no.
Who are you, Chris Tarrant?
Yes, I am.
That's good. I like how he said that.
But we don't want to give you that. Listen, if you haven't already downloaded the Pitch Football app, what are you thinking? Get on there right now. There's so many amazing different features to get involved with. You can predict the results of the Euros and potentially win yourself a round of golf with this man sitting right here. I know that right now you're thinking, that can wait, because you want to find out if he's going to eat whatever this spicy camel thing is right here. I can't remember what it's called, the chef. Oh, it's all to play for. We'll see you in a few minutes' time.
They say life is a game, gotta have your goals. I gotta take a shot. Now pass me the ball.
Chase Buchanan, Private Wealth Management. Trusted advice made simple. Chase Buchanan, Private Wealth Management. Trusted advice made simple.
They say life is a game, gotta have your goals. I gotta take a shot. Now pass me the ball.
Back to Pitch Football at the Euros with me, Iain Chambers. We've got Abigail Davies. We've got the legendary Mr. Paul Ince. And we've got, what is this, Paul? What is this, Ince?
This is devil steak tartare
Yeah.
with a touch of spice on it. But obviously, as Abby is a vegan, we're not going to allow her to eat meat. But
Well, we aren't eating anything.
well, I think you might be. But in replacement to that, there's a little bit of chili sauce here. that Abby will actually be drinking once she loses this competition?
So the competition we are playing, it's going to become a regular feature on this show. It's called QI PI. It is the quite interesting Paul Ince quiz. We ask Paul 5 questions about his own career. He has to get 3 out of the 5 correctly to avoid eating whatever our wonderful chef puts in front of him right here. So it's the deviled steak tartare that you are trying to avoid. You've got 2 questions right so far. Before the break, Abigail asked you this question.
22nd of June 2008, you became the first black British manager in England's top division.
Legendary.
First day of the Premier League season, Blackburn faced Everton at Goodison Park. Who scored the opener?
This is for all the marbles, big boy.
Do you know something? You know when I get that little smile on my face?
Yeah.
That's because I know the answer to it.
Yeah.
And I remember the game, because we were 2-2 it was, and Andre Owa scored in the last minute. And I'm in between 2 people, Rocky Santa Cruz or Davies.
Poker face.
So I can tell by the eyes what's...
I got glasses on.
I can see from... I actually think it was David Dunn.
No, don't.
Cheers.
Don't do it.
Was it David Dunn?
Oh my God, that's strong.
David Dunn.
How do you know so much about your own career?
I know.
Well,
What a stupid game this
Right,
was.
well, listen. I'm willing to do the devil's tart, or whatever it is, but I will tell you this. We went easy on you today, because I weren't sure you were going to be on board with the game idea, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But now I know you are. One of the questions we're
Step
going
up
to get
again.
to as we go.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to cut me a slice of this?
please, if you don't mind. I'm just going to put my mic down, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I'm going to
Well,
get some more water.
All right, I'll tell you what, you can talk us through it as you... Are you bibbing me up?
Yeah, just there you go. Italian style, you know. If you're going to eat properly, son, so you don't get over your shirt. So I'm going to... So I'm just going to cut a little bit of slice for our wonderful presenter. I'm not going to go too much, Mr. Chambers.
Yeah, that big bit's yours.
Okay, just that little bit there. That bit there. So as you can see. There you go, sir. Bon appetit.
Do you want to cheers?
You know what? If someone had told me 96, I'd have been getting bibbed about Paul Ince.
You've got to eat all of it, please.
All of it?
Just a
Yeah,
spit,
that's-
yes, please, yes.
Right, I'm going to go... Can I go same time?
Yeah, let's go.
Ready?
Yeah.
No water allowed.
Oh, nah. It's all sorts of textures.
I don't like it.
All sorts of textures. You want some?
No,
Sam.
I didn't lose. No water.
Oh, can I have
Please,
some
a
water?
little bit
No,
of
no
water.
water.
You alright?
No
Yeah.
water.
All right, we'll do this game again. But listen, let's take a...
Abby.
Let's take a break from the nonsense for a second and bring on...
There's no air.
The pitch football show is all about the fans. So let's bring on a couple of fans. We've got Will. Welcome to the show, Will. And we've got Marco, who's coming on as well. So welcome to you both. Marco, how are you, sir?
Very good.
Will,
Thank you. Yeah.
you guys are going to have to pass the mic between each other if
Alright.
that's all right. Will,
That's fine.
are you good?
I'm fantastic, thanks.
All right, so Marco, let's start with you.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
big game today.
Yep.
France, Portugal. You got to win it. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling all right, but we don't have to win it, I guess. I think the score will be 0-0, but you know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you think 0-0?
Yeah, possibly. I think Portugal play a lot in the defence, so we'll see.
Will, you are an English lad.
That's right, yeah.
Tell us how you ended up living here in Portugal.
Well, I had a job working remotely and I did Spain for a few years, and then I thought, why not mix it up a bit and come to Portugal? So I've been here for 2 years and, you know, really trying to soak it up and make myself a Portugal fan for this tournament.
Portugal fan?
Yeah, well, after,
Not an England fan?
Well, hopefully they don't play England, that's what I'm going to say.
okay.
Got ya.
Then I have to make some tough decisions, but it'll be great today to see them playing France, because I can really feel Portugal will be the underdog, and I can support them fully 100% and hope that they get a good result. And, you know, we all want them to go through. It'll make our lives a lot more exciting here with them getting into the knockouts.
Absolutely.
Very
So,
true.
Marco, you are the defending
Yeah.
champions when it comes to the Euros.
Yeah, exactly.
How much have you seen change in this side over the years gone by?
Well, I think there's a good generation coming up. I think they're much stronger, maybe a bit young, but they're all they're all in top quality teams, and I think they're strong. Just not a lot of experience. I think.
And
That's it.
Marco, I just want to ask you. Obviously, Renato Sanchez, he's come a long way
Yeah.
since the day he played for Swansea against Chelsea and passed
Yeah.
the ball to the advertising board. I think we all remember that quite well. He's come a long way. Would you have him in the starting 11?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he made the difference in the last year, as 2016. As soon as he came in, Portugal started playing better, scoring goals, winning games, and he pushes the game forward.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you need him in the team for sure.
Who are you dropping for him?
William Carvalho for sure.
Oh, that pronunciation blows you out of the water.
And what do you think
William
about
Carvalho.
João Felix? I mean, he's a wonderful player.
Yeah, I would love to see him play as well.
He doesn't play as much as he did at Madrid. Costs a lot of money.
Yeah,
but he doesn't really get much game
he's
time,
got
does
tough
he?
competition. He's got Bruno Fernandes and Bernardo Silva. Who do you drop? I don't know. But I would love to see him play. Maybe come in for Ronaldo at 60 minutes. Something, you know.
You see his reaction. You see his reaction. We've got him right here on a sticker.
Yeah.
Don't mess with Ronaldo.
That is, yeah.
All right, Marco, come on.
Well, funnily enough, actually, that's a good topic to talk about, actually, because I keep going on about being in Ubers around here. He says I should have a driver. He's talking nonsense. But I was in an Uber last night, and the driver was born and bred here in Portugal, and his argument was that this team is too reliant on Ronaldo, and they're basing their team too much around a 36-year-old, were his words. Do you echo that sentiment?
Yeah, there is that feeling, but you can't put him on the bench, I think. You know, he's such an important figure to Portugal. He's a Portuguese icon. All the players look up to him. He's not going down the wing and doing what he used to do, but he's in the right position and he can score goals. And the most important thing about Ronaldo is when you need him, he comes through. So you want him in the team.
Do you agree, Will?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of interesting tactical questions about how the team set up with him and without him, but in the end, you know, he's so much more than just this kind of figure who you can play on the wing or up front. He's the national icon. He's the kind of sporting legend beyond anything we can even really imagine England, because, you know, he's so unique and so singular as a character in Portuguese culture. So, you know, you almost have to accept he's got to be in the team and work from there, I think.
What do you reckon, Ince? Do you think that his time is anywhere near its end?
Well, to be fair, Marco's kind of spot on, and he said, you know, he's not the Ronaldo we see 4 or 5 years ago, running down the wings and doing all this stuff that he does. But you know, he's a goal scorer. We've seen his record in the Euros. No one better than him. And they are dependent on Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But listen, he looks fit. He still looks fit. He's
He
still
does,
strong.
doesn't he?
He looks up. What people don't understand about him is that he has to make sacrifices off the pitch to be as fit as he is. At 36,
At his age, yeah.
At his age, it's tough. I know as a player, you know what I mean. As I got older, I started to struggle. The legs started to go. You know, you don't feel as sharp as you do. But he just ran that box. He looks so sharp. And I think you're going to miss him. That's for sure. When he does eventually go, Marco, we will miss him.
Yeah, and I think, essentially, you know, he's got a record to break.
Yeah.
If he scores more 3 goals, you know, he's gonna.
Yeah.
So he's driven, and he's already scored 3. So I think, yeah, definitely he has to be on the team.
Do you think, Marco, that the players respect Ronaldo or like Ronaldo?
Both.
You think they do?
Yeah, they love him, respect him. He's the leader. He's captain, leader. And something funny, all the young generation now that are coming up, so like João Felix, who else? All of them.
Yeah.
You know, Renato Sanchez.
For sure.
When they were growing up, Ronaldo was 20. You know, coming up, so they look up to him.
It's rare that you get to play with your idol, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we've got to that phase now. So definitely, yeah, he has
But
to
I
play.
think, is there not that fear, because we've seen what he's like if you don't square the ball to him, or you know, or if you take a shot on and you miss the target. We've seen what he can be like, even if you score, to be honest, and you haven't squared it to him. We've seen how he can react. So do you think that ever plays on their minds? You know, when you're in front of goal, should I be squaring this to Ronaldo? Do you think that can hamper them slightly?
Yeah, of course it does. And there have been games that Ronaldo hasn't played and Portugal play better as a team. They always look for him, but he's decisive. You know, so when you need him, he comes through.
Yeah.
You know, he's good under pressure. So
Score prediction. Let's go.
Well, I was going 0-0 just because you know, it's a tight game. They don't want to lose, and they could come third and still qualify. But maybe realistically, maybe a 2-1 France.
Okay.
But that's still good. As long as Portugal don't concede more than 2 goals, they can go through.
Good stuff.
So
All right, so Will, thank you, by the way, Marco. Will you come back on again, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
You've been brilliant. Will, let's talk about England.
Well, let's see if Portugal make it through.
Okay.
Before you start inviting him
I
back.
like it.
Okay, all right, where are we going? We got
like
shots
it.
fired from Will.
Love that, Willie boy.
Will, let's talk about England. Obviously, we spoke before this has been recorded before the Czech Republic game, but how are you feeling about England's chances?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident, but I was confident for the Scotland game as well, so we'll have to see. But I think often in these tournaments you go one way and then the other. You have a kind of good result against Croatia, which probably wasn't an amazing performance, and everyone was really excited about it. And then you play against a really solid and competent Scotland team, and everyone's going crazy about what went wrong. So we might well swing back the other way, play well, win 2-0, and suddenly we're back onto be favourites to win it again. But we've got enough quality, and I think I don't think we'll mess up twice in a row. I think we'll squeeze through.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to, the unpredictability of England.
It does, and just not your question. Does Kane play or does he not play?
Well, I've had this debate with my friends, and that's what England tournament's all about, really, is friends ending up arguing about stupid things they have no control over.
Absolutely.
I was just putting it forward to my Tottenham Sporty friends that it'd be worth giving him a rest, or what other countries might do, and I think we all agreed that in the end, he looks knackered, but you've still got to play him, and it's a bit like the Ronaldo thing. If you don't play him and you go out, everyone will look back in 20 years and say, this was bizarre. So, got to go for it, I think.
You're absolutely bang on, and you two have been great. And you took my mind off that disgusting piece of meat that I just ate. I'm sure your shot of chili.
Oh no, it's still burning.
It's still burning. All right, well, best of luck today, Marco. I hope Portugal put in a fantastic performance. I'm sure we'll have you on as the tournament progresses as we get to the final. And we'll be back in a few minutes' time with more from Abby and Ince. See you then.
They say life is a game, gotta have your goals. I gotta take a shot, now pass me the ball.
Chase Buchanan, Private Wealth Management. Trusted advice made simple. Chase Buchanan, Private Wealth Management. Trusted advice made simple.
They say life is a game, gotta have your goals. I gotta take a shot, now pass me the ball.
Busy show today. It's been a busy show. Lots of interchanging parts as we've gone along here, but we are back to the three amigos. Welcome back to Pitch Football at the Euros with me, Iain, Abby and Ince. Ince, you asked me during the break, because we played QIPI earlier and you smashed it. We did have another couple of...
I just got through it, didn't I? I didn't smash it.
Beating yourself up about that question you got wrong, aren't you?
Yeah, very much so.
Do you want to know what my last question was?
Please, if you don't mind.
Okay, Mr. Ince, this is just for a bonus point. How many appearances did you make for Middlesbrough?
God, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's on your Wikipedia. One hard to find.
And we know you search that on a regular basis.
It's his homepage.
Yeah.
96.
Oh, it's the number that's always in his mind for obvious reasons, but he's wrong. It was actually 93.
That's not
that's
bad
quite
guess.
That is a good guess.
It's got to be within a certain parameter, surely.
Yeah, 93.
Yes.
That was good,
I
wasn't
wouldn't
it?
be
More
giving
chili,
it to him,
please.
but
Yes, you would.
No more chili. No more chili.
No.
Right, let's talk about Harry Kane. It's been in the news this week that Man City put forward a £100 million bid for the man. Interesting timing when you actually think about it, because his first two performances have been very quiet here in the Euros. Why do you think they put it forward at this point?
I don't know, but as I said, in the show previously, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, that sometimes it can be a distraction. Excuse me, with players who could be going somewhere, could not be going somewhere, and is that playing on his mind? Is that affecting his performances?
Yeah.
We look at Memphis Depay at Holland. His deal's been done. He's going to Bayern Munich. He can now concentrate on the Euros. Harry Kane's we're not too sure where he's going to go. I presume that the fact they put a bid in means that the agent's been on the phone to Harry. Do you fancy it? All that type of stuff. So there is a slight distraction now. At the time, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Because he's not been playing well. But listen, we know in club football what Harry Kane can do. We know he's one of the
that's going to have no
time.
bearing, is it? What he's done for England is going to have no bearing on what he
None
can
whatsoever.
do. No, we can't question what he's capable of and how he'll suit that Man City side. So that won't be an issue. I wonder, could it be that the agent's gone right before the group stages? Let's tie it up.
What it could do, it could actually give Harry Kane a lift.
Exactly.
It could give him a little bit like, I'm going to City next year. I know the top of the phones don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to City. It's still nearly done.
Yeah.
That might,
I was going to say
that might give me a lift. As far as the European Championship could benefit England also.
Yeah.
So, but it's timing is strange. £100 million. It's a lot of money.
But do you think, Harry Kane? Would you say he needed to? I know it's a quick turnaround after the Euros, but do you think he initially thought, I'm going to sort it after the Euros, and now it's creeping into his thoughts? And, to have that there, I would have thought you either need to be fully focused on the Euros. But now it's creeping in. Maybe he's thinking, do you know what, if we can get this deal done, maybe it is a reflection that it is a bit of a burden.
Well, you see that a lot of players, who talked about going somewhere next season, they say, let me get the Euros out of the way.
Yeah.
So Abby's absolutely spot on. But City need to know where they're going.
Yeah, exactly.
Man City don't really care about England. They don't care about Harry Kane or England, how they're playing. They will say, we want Harry Kane. Come pre-season, we've got him. They've got to sell shirts, or the merchandise. Absolutely. A lot of things that go behind that. And I'll tell you what, he's going to a great side if he does go to City.
Well, this is what I was about to ask. Do you think that it's a good fit for him? Like aside from the Euros and all that, when it's all done and dusted, he wants to make sure he's at a club where he can potentially win some silverware, doesn't he? Is it the right fit for Kane?
I probably could have seen him going to Manchester United, just the way they play.
Yeah.
But I think, when you look at the way City, the players that they've had, even if you go back to Dickoff and Aguero and Jesus, they're all kind of those little players, aren't they? You can play with the players around him. I'm not sure if it's a good fit, to be fair, but I'm really, really not. I actually thought he would have gone to United, just the way they play with wingers, they get ball into the box. Would have been more suitable for Harry Kane. I could never see him going abroad. I could never see him going to another London club. I know there's talk about Chelsea, wanted to get involved, but I can't see him going from Tottenham to
I don't think he'd
Chelsea.
do that.
You know what? I don't see no reason why. I really don't. It's not like you're going from Tottenham to Arsenal like Sol Campbell did.
Yeah.
And I think if you want to stay in London, and it's not just about Harry Kane. You've got to remember this is about his wife, his children, and there's a lot of kind of things that go into making a decision as a player where you're going to move. And I just think, listen, if he wants to go to Chelsea and he wants to stay in London, then why can't he? He's give Tottenham everything you can give him. He's been there long enough than he should have been, to be fair.
And it's a career move more than anything, isn't it? You've got to think, and you look at the London clubs, realistically, Chelsea's the only one you're going to want to go to at the moment.
Yeah. And listen, Harry Kane and, Chambers touched on it before, about players just wanting the money and all that type of stuff. He doesn't want that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's someone who's been on loan 6 times to League One Championship clubs. He wants to win trophies and win medals. And I think he's going to do that at City, but he's also got a great chance of doing that at Chelsea, because they're Chelsea are building. Chelsea are building, and they excite me the way they play. And they've always had that big number 9, whether it's Drogba or Morata, something like that. They've always had that big number 9, and I think he would suit Chelsea more than he would Manchester City if he didn't go to Manchester United.
As a player, do you think it really matters, when you do jump from a club to a rival club? You mentioned Sol Campbell there, and Spurs fans never really got over it, did they?
No.
And isn't that just a little bit fickle though? As a player, do you think about your opportunities to potentially win some silverware, or do you really care that much about what the fans think?
Well, listen, I went from Manchester United. I don't think I could have gone to Man United to Liverpool, because I knew the rivalry between the two teams. But I obviously went to Ince Milan first.
The break,
and then when I came back, I could have gone to Arsenal, I could have gone to Chelsea, I could have gone to numerous clubs, and Liverpool were one of those. And you kind of half think, do I go because I know what the fans' reaction is going to be from the Man United end?
Yeah.
Or do I go because I'm not sure how the Liverpool fans are going to react to me because I played for Manchester United? But ultimately, as Abby said, it's a family decision. I've spent 6 years at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
I like the Northwest. I had a lot of teammates at Liverpool from England who I knew would help me settle in. And you think it's all about that. Listen, whatever the fans think, it doesn't really matter when you're making a decision on your family.
Yeah.
I understand when you're playing on the pitch and you're not playing well, they can say what they want.
Yeah.
But to make that decision, you kind of half think about the fans, but ultimately it's about a family move. And Harry Kane's got to make that move. He's been in London all his life.
For sure.
Does he want to go back up north?
Yeah.
It's good up north. I can vouch. It's nice up there.
He's not going to Hull, that's for sure.
Look, we've got more fun and games to play. We'll do that in just a moment. But I imagine when it comes to today's fixtures, going back to it, all eyes on Spain for you?
Yeah. This could be one of the shocks of the years. Listen, Spain haven't been great, as Abby's alluded to, but
they lack that fear factor.
It's still a big team. It's still a big country. And if they go out, it could be one of the shocks.
They've got to deliver today.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing, I know it's on the Germany game, but the one thing I wanted to ask you about is Joachim Löw's successor was at the game against Portugal. How much can that either spur the team on, or can it be a negative? I think it's happened with England previously. How much can it spur you on, or do as a player and you got, look, this is the guy I need to impress now, or can it be a distraction?
Who's it? Hansi Flick, isn't it? Hansi Flick's the next man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Listen, I think he has to be there. I think as a manager, I think he needs, if he's taken over after the Euros, he needs to see what who's going to be good enough, who's coming forward with him on that journey, and who he's not. There'll be a decision about MVP Muller. Does he continue his international career? Even though he's only 31, 32, Hummel. So he's looking to see how he can improve the team. He might have a different style of play.
Yeah.
He had 4 years at Bayern Munich, did ever so well. And normally he'd probably want that style of playing in his national side. So he'll have to pick players to do that. So it can be frustrating. It's not a distraction, I wouldn't have thought. Once you cross that line, you just get on with the game.
Speaking of getting on with the game, we've had a lot of games today. We have your fact, mind-blowing about the sun and the earth. We've had What's in Abby's Barnet. We've had QIPI. We got one more game in us. I think we've got one more game in us.
Right, collectively, yes. Me, no, because we've had a little practice, and I clearly haven't got another game in me.
All right, we've got one more game to play. Let's go play some darts. All right, so this is really simple. We're going to have a game of darts. Each of us get 3 throws at the dartboard. The person with the lowest score, right, the lowest score, if it's me or Ince, we've got to sing the Welsh national anthem. If it's Abby, she's got to sing her favourite song of all time. It's Coming Home. How do you feel about it?
Not great, because I give a good darts talk.
Yeah, you do.
I love my darts.
You work in darts.
I work in darts.
I'm expecting big things from you,
but I can't hit a dartboard.
Well, let's see. Ladies up.
Oh!
Ladies first.
No, go on.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Come on, Abs.
Oh, no, I'll give you something to beat.
Yeah.
Abs, all right? Ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I remember back in the day when I used to play with Bobby George.
Yeah.
And he used to throw like this. I'm not sure if it's the right
Leaning
technique.
forward quite far.
You're quite Mensa, aren't
he
you?
ain't landed. He's not landed yet. Oh, okay. So Ince scores a total of 16.
16 scored.
16 scored.
See, I can give you a rough spray. Yeah, but I can't. Right. Can I go under the wire?
You go wherever you want to go.
Right, okay.
All right, Ince, commentary. Let's go.
Here we have the Welsh Dragon.
I think he's trying to put you off.
He is, and it's working. I'm using that as an excuse. Oh, you put me off.
So
Here we go.
Kiefer Moore steps up to the board.
Okay, she's low. Very low.
Here comes Canu.
Oh.
Here comes Cafu.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Good.
Abby, I can say I'm glad you just present the darts and not.
I'm gonna blame the weight.
Okay.
I'm gonna blame the weight of the
not the
dart.
colour.
Oh, what's happening? You can't go again. What's happening?
I don't know.
No,
I
you're
don't
off,
know.
you're off,
I
you're
am,
off.
I am.
All right, I'll go.
You go.
Well done. It's coming home. It's coming home. Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, I could start.
Is that going in?
To be fair, can I just say, didn't even hit the board.
Where? What's happened there?
You haven't put the. Look at this. You left the thing on.
But can I just say that would have only worked had you got it in the
thing.
board. But you didn't even
Okay,
you didn't
you get
even
one
get
dart
it in.
then. We'll give you one
yeah,
dart
we'll give
with
you
the
one
thing
dart.
All right, here we go. I don't need
Well done, Abs.
Oh!
All right, here we go. Are you ready? All together now. We've got 50 seconds to do this. It's coming home.
It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. It's coming home. To Wales!
No, stop that. What's great about this is this woman has done a mouthful of chili and sang It's Coming Home in the space of 48 minutes.
What
you
next?
gotta love it.
What next?
What next? You never know what you're going to get. Pitch football at the Euros. We're having a couple of days off to coincide with there being no football, but we will be back with you very soon with plenty more talk, all things Euros. Ince, Abby, see you soon.
They say life is a game, gotta have your goals. I gotta take a shot, now pass me the ball.
Chase Buchanan, Private Wealth Management. Trusted advice made simple.